Hey everybody, Derick Van Ness here, wealth strategist, investor, life adventurer, and I want to share something with you today that's going to blow your mind. By the end of this video, you're going to understand how to unshackle yourself from a lot of the things that are keeping you from being successful, things that you don't even realize are happening. But first I want to start with a story. I heard this story recently, thought it was fantastic and really illustrates the point. Back at the height of his success, Harry Houdini tried to pull off a stunt that no one had ever been able to do. He put out into the press and he made a big media spectacle about the fact that he could go into any prison in his regular work clothes, be locked up, and escape from that prison in 1 hour, right? Huge claim, got tons of media speculation. So the warden, he figured he'd fix Houdini's wagon. Houdini seemed very confident. So when the day came, Houdini strutted in there confidently, went into the jail cell that they gave him. He was in his work clothes and they closed the door, clink, and he was in there. Immediately, Houdini took off his belt, and somehow inside of that belt, he had a very rigid but flexible wire. He pulled that wire out and he started to go to work on the lock on the door of that cell. And he started working and working and working, cranking, using all of his skills. And 20 minutes went by, 30 minutes went by. He still looked confident. He was cranking away, working on that. 60 minutes went by, 1 hour, and he broke out into a sweat. He wasn't making any progress. He didn't know what was wrong. He just kept cranking and cranking. Finally, a couple hours into this, Houdini gave up, let go of his wire, dropped it, leaned against the door and fell down. And as he fell down, the door slid open. It cracked open. Houdini looked up stunned in silence and realized that he had been trying to unlock a jail cell that was already unlocked. The best locksmith in the world can't unlock something that isn't locked. So Houdini the entire time was trying to open something that was already open, but he didn't realize it. So why am I telling you this? It's because of this. So many of us think doors are locked to us that are not. They are in here, but they aren't out there. Your mindset, especially in the next couple of months and couple of years, is going to be absolutely essential in what type of life or prison you create for yourself. You see, the best way to keep someone in prison is for them to think that they're free. If you're struggling with things in your life, whether that's your relationship, your health, your money, whatever, most of that pain and suffering is going on in here. Yeah, there might be some reality out there. Like Houdini still had the bars in front of him. They just weren't locked in the way that he thought. And my guess, in my personal experience, listen, I do tons of education, tons of reading, tons of personal development, all of that stuff. And I found that there are so many things that I didn't realize I was doing in my own mind that have kept me held back, that have kept me playing smaller than I needed to, that have kept me from going for the things that I want in my life. I don't want that for you. So I want you to take this idea on. I want you to take on giving yourself permission to be something, even if you don't think you can. And I have a whole video you can watch on my channel that's all about giving yourself permission and allowing yourself and how to go about that mindset-wise. But the reality of it is this: if you feel like you're running into blocked doors, I want you to stop and say, if I was Harry Houdini, maybe instead of trying to unlock the lock and figure it out, maybe I just need to swing the door open so I have a bigger perspective, right? A lot of times we're like looking for the path right here. We're trapped in this mindset and we can't see anything else, right? Because we're so sure it's right here in front of us, and it could be just right over here. But with our blinders on, we can't see past it. I don't want that for you. Every time you run into a block, every time you wonder, you look at it and say, oh, I can't do that. That's not available to me, whatever. I want you to switch that language and say, how can that be available to me? What would it take for me to be able to accomplish that? What do I believe that's keeping me from attempting that? And is that true? So often we look at things and we ask ourselves or tell ourselves, oh, that's not me, I can't do that, I'm not good enough. And instead of saying, wait a minute, is that thing my brain just made up, probably based on almost nothing other than being lazy, did that thing in my brain that it just made up, is that true? If it's not, I want you to look into, what if that wasn't true? What if I didn't believe that? How would I act? And take that and move forward, right? If Houdini didn't believe the door was locked, the first thing he would have done is just opened it and walked out. That can be you. There's going to be so many opportunities and so many changes happening in the near future. It's vital for you to stop making assumptions. The way that things have been is not the way that they need to be or will be in the future. We need to check everything, especially when you're building your life, your business, your relationships. Treat every day like it's new, like it's fresh, like the door could be open as long as you aren't convinced that it's locked. Treat life like the door is open to you. Swing it open, go through that door. Every time you feel like something's locked to you, I want you to double check it and say, what if I believed this was open to me? How would I act? What if I believed I could do this? How would I act? What if I believed that there was nothing in my way but my own beliefs? Because the thing is, most of us think we can't do a thing until we do it. And once you do it, you know you can, and you can do it over and over and over again. So all you have to do is that first time, that first try, right? I've heard it said, confidence comes from doing. So begin doing the things that you want to do with your life in spite of what the world says about the economy or the politics or the state of our country or whatever's going on out there. You can do it. All you have to do is start. All you have to do is swing the door open rather than telling yourself it's locked and move forward. I believe that if you hold on to this story and you remember this every time you think you can't do something or that it's not for you or that you're not good enough, you will find that that is untrue. So, if this is valuable to you, please hit the like button. Pass this on to people who need to hear it because there's going to be a lot of us out there. Subscribe to the channel, let your friends know. I'm here to help you live a bigger life. My company focuses on financial and tax strategies, but we do a whole lot more than that. Our goal is to help you live a big life, and a lot of that starts right here. Throw off the shackles, let go of the prison, and get out into the freedom of your life. My name is Derick Van Ness. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you in the next video.